Good morning, BR. Today is Friday, January 18th, live from the BRTV studio. I'm Hannah Greenberg.
And I'm Joe Loria. We have another great show planned for you today, so stay tuned.
Everybody please rise and join me for the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's start off with one of BR's finest, this week's featured artist. This week we have Megan Janone. Megan, a senior, is currently enrolled in Mrs. Hawkinson's AP Studio Art class. Upon graduation, Megan will be attending the College of New Jersey, and she aspires to be an art teacher. Let's check out some of Megan's work.
Great work, Megan. Another one of BR's finest is our featured musician. This week we have Veena Arun Kumar. Veena, a sophomore, is a member of the BRHS Symphonic Choir and Lorelei. In addition, she's a member of the Central Jersey Regional Choir and the New Jersey All-State Choir as a soprano too. Let's check out a clip of Veena performing.
Sounds great, Veena. Midterm exams begin next Thursday. Midterm exams are a course requirement. Students must remain in their exam room for the entire period. If a student leaves early, there will be disciplinary and academic consequences. If a student receives a grade of incomplete for a midterm exam or marking period grade, there is a 10-day time limit to make up that work. Students who miss an exam must receive written approval from their grade level administrator in order to schedule makeups. Teachers cannot issue makeup exams prior to next Thursday or without written administrative approval. The Mental Health Committee is hosting midterm de-stress events in the library and the Career Resource Room next Tuesday and Wednesday. Let's check out what they have to offer.
Hey BR, this year take some time before midterm exams to relax and refocus. The Mental Health Committee is hosting de-stress events in the library classrooms A and B and the Career Resource Room and the Counseling Center during 4th and 5th period lunches on Tuesday, January 22nd, and during 6th and 7th period lunches on Wednesday, January 23rd. In the library classrooms A and B, there will be emotional support dogs, music, coloring, and additional ways to relieve stress. In the Career Resource Room, members of the Mental Health Committee will be hosting mindfulness activities. Be sure to stop by a de-stress event hosted by the Mental Health Committee during your lunch period. Questions? Please see Ms. Del Rio in the counseling office or send her an email.
Thank you to the Mental Health Committee for offering these services during a stressful time for a lot of students. Coaches Ortelli and DeBonis will be running a conditioning program for any girls, grades 9 to 12, who plan on trying out for a spring sport. The program will feature conditioning 2 nights per week during the month of February. Paperwork with dates and times can be picked up in the girls' locker room. Questions? Please see Coach Ortelli, DeBonis, or Baranowski. For our first cooking segment of 2019, Mrs. Sweetwood put together a recipe for spaghetti squash. Let's check it out.
Happy New Year, BR. Now that it's 2019, I'm going to help you eat a little bit healthier with my oven-roasted spaghetti marinara dish. So we're going to start out with the spaghetti squash. First thing we need to do is split this baby in half. And you get 2 halves. Is scoop out all the seeds that are inside. And then we're going to lay the sections right into the baking pan. The squash goes in the baking pan just like that. And we're going to pop this into the oven. Okay, so we bake the squash for about an hour until it's very tender. What we're going to do is use a fork and scrape out the entire spaghetti squash. Okay, so now that we have all of the squash in our casserole, take your favorite pasta sauce, drizzle it on top, however much or however little you want. So you're going to take some ricotta cheese and just spoon it on top. After the ricotta cheese, is sprinkle some mozzarella, and then the last thing we're going to do is top it with some Parmesan. Now we're going to take this casserole, put it back into the oven for about a half hour. When it's done, it'll be bubbling and all the cheese will be melted and it'll be just delicious. So once again, check out my website for the recipe and have a sweet day, BR.
Thanks, Mrs. Sweetwood. That spaghetti squash looks really delicious. Winter has arrived, and you know what that means, snow. With the possibility of some snow this weekend, we have our first Forecast Friday segment featuring our own meteorologist, Jacob Biondo. Let's go to Jacob with the forecast.
Hey BR, this is Jacob Biondo with your upcoming weather forecast. Winter Storm Harper is set to hit the East Coast beginning Saturday. Right now, models differ in accumulation, with the GFS showing about 4 to 5 inches and the European showing about 12 inches of snow. The current Weather Channel forecast has us in the 5 to 8 inch range, but if you look just a few miles north of that is the 8 to 12 inch range. About 40 miles away on the coast is forecast to get almost nothing. This may seem like a big distance, but in meteorology it is a very small distance. Based on the current forecast, any slight movement could mean the difference between no snow and double-digit snowfall. Keep a very close eye on the forecast throughout the weekend. Here at BRTV, we are predicting about 5 to 9 inches of snow. Strong winds are also possible behind the storm, with gusts to about 30 miles per hour. That's it for now. I'm Jacob Biondo. Back to you in the studio.
We're in for some significant snow this weekend. Thanks, Jacob, for the forecast. The 5th annual Poetry Out Loud competition was held last Friday in the BRHS auditorium. We were able to get some footage of the competition and interviews with the event organizer, Ms. Doherty, and some of the competitors. Let's check it out.
Up in the classroom where students choose a poem from an anthology online, and then they have to memorize the poem and then also add their own spin on it with their style of delivery. The winner of the classroom competitions move on to the school competition, and then the winners of the school competition will go to the regional competition, and then eventually it leads up all the way up to the national competition. It's just a really great time. The kids are amazing, very talented.
Hi, I'm Jasmine DeLeon, and we are at the Poetry Out Loud competition, and this is the new winner, Nikita Gurukula.
So basically I chose 2 poems. One I did for the class, so I memorized it first, and then I started adding like emotion and stuff after that. Now, since I'm going to be moving on to the regional competition, I have to choose a new one and memorize that, and I try to select poems that are like varied so I can showcase like different emotions.
I definitely liked the competition, and I learned, it definitely helped me with public speaking, and it definitely helped me express myself in a way that I didn't know I could.
Congratulations to all of the students that participated. The winner was Nikita Gurukula, who is now a 2-time champion. The runner-up was Sierra Giovanni. Best of luck to Nikita in the Poetry Out Loud regional competition at Mayo Pac on Wednesday, February 6th. As always, we would like to end this week's show by acknowledging this week's Athletes of the Week. This week, we have Katie Cole for girls basketball, Alvin Chang for boys basketball, Ryan Shaw for bowling, Karina Doe for girls swimming, Amanda Ring for girls winter track, Stephen Huang for boys winter track, and Nick Sacco for wrestling. Congrats to all of our Athletes of the Week, and best of luck to all Panther teams competing this weekend and next week.
Well, that's all the time we have for this week's show. I'm Joe Loria.
And I'm Hannah Greenberg. Have a great 3-day weekend, BR.
Free through all the fog I start to see. All red lights are turning green. A summer